Hello, dear friends. Welcome to my channel In Depth Analysis with Nitish. So, here I am with you. I am going to discuss with you the tomorrow's game, the curtain raiser of the Asia Cup between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. And day after tomorrow, we have got the marquee clash between India versus Pakistan, and it's going to be the very exciting और हाइप क्रिएट हो चुका है उसके लिए। तो मेन वही मैच का हम लोग डिस्कशन करेंगे और देखते हैं क्योंकि ज्वाइन किए हुए हैं यहाँ देखते हैं। लेट मी ज्वाइन पवन हियर बिकॉज हेलो पवन, हाउ आर यू?
Good, good. I'm doing good. Long time joining. I think
Okay,
I joined
yes.
10
So
days
how
ago
are
now.
you? Are you ready for Asia Cup? Are you ready
Yeah,
for
yeah,
your
very
team
excited.
to do well?
Yeah. I think finally, I think Sri Lanka are a settled team. I think after the Australia performances and Pakistan Test match, I think we are confident. I think especially the 2020, we may have lost against Australia 2-1. We have played against the tough teams. Unlike Afghanistan and Bangladesh, I would say that Sri Lanka have played the toughest teams to come to this Asia Cup and the 2020 World Cup. So even though we lost, I think there is a lot that we have learned. So from the mistakes. So I hope that the
Hmm.
Sri Lanka cricketers have learned from these mistakes. We had a domestic tournament also, just it concluded just last week. So I think this Sri Lankan cricket, I mean the squad is in full of confidence, and I hope tomorrow we can beat Afghanistan. That's our main target, is to top the group and somehow go to the group of the next stage, and then they also trouble Pakistan and India. So that's the target of Sri Lanka, I would say, in this Asia Cup, and it's neutral, so we have a good chance of doing well in this tournament, hopefully.
I think it's good to hear from a Sri Lankan fan. I think after a long time, I'm hearing that at least you are giving your team a chance at least to do well in the cup, in the
Yes.
title.
Yeah.
Before that, what we used to hear that okay, Sri Lanka will do well, they will not win the cup, but this time I'm hearing from few at least that okay, they can still qualify for the final and they can still clinch the title because of the past recent records they are performing against
Yeah,
a
plus
tough
I think today
opposition as you
I think Pakistan today have lost Mohammad Waseem Jr. and they've got Hasan Ali. So I think that's another big blow for Pakistan, because we know Hasan Ali, he leaks runs in the death overs. They don't have Shine Shafridi. So I think the pace attack is completely depleted. Very inexperienced attack. I don't know whether Pakistan will go so far even this time with missing two of their key fast
See,
bowlers.
they,
So
I think with the injury of Sahin Afridi, whether other teams will benefit it or not, that I don't know. But definitely teams like Afghanistan, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka will get benefited if they
hmm.
play well to their potential. I think they can still compete with the Pakistan, and they can. I know India is a far superior team. The way they are playing for the last couple of months, from the England series onwards, it's a very tough for these three opposition to beat India, but it is still, it's a T20 format. You never know, one good spell, one good over like Dasun Sanka in the last T20 against Australia can change the momentum of the game and can win you a game. So teams
Yes.
like Bangladesh, Afghanistan, I'm not discounting out them. They can upset, but Bangladesh, Afghanistan, because I'm discounting them because they cannot win the title. I am still figuring out that only three teams are the contenders for the title. Number one is strong India side, strongest
But
Indian side
without
in this
Jasprit
competition.
Bumrah.
Second one, see, second somehow I feel that with the injury concerns for Pakistan and with the loopholes in their middle order batting lineup, I think Sri Lanka from last couple of days, I think they are slightly ahead than Pakistan, slightly marginal. Not I'm rating them higher, but still they are marginal ahead. If they somehow manage to beat at least Pakistan and India, they can through. But
But
nevertheless, what we are
thing
going to.
is, yeah, but
Mhm.
the thing is, Pakistan, when you talk about Pakistan and Sri Lanka, the batting might be strong of Pakistan. They still have Baba Azam, Mohammad Rizwan. The middle order is a bit weak, I would say, Pakistan, but they also, I think, Asif Ali is also there. But the bowling looks very weak. Both spin department, fast bowling department. I know there's Shadab Khan over there, but I just feel that bowling attack is very weak, and perhaps Sri Lanka has a good chance, because we beat, I mean, inexperienced Sri Lankan side beat Pakistan in 2019. So in this, we haven't played Pakistan for like 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a good opportunity. They don't know attack also. Vanidu Hasaranga, Mahish Tikshana. So I think this Pakistan team is looking for trouble this time, for sure.
Mm-hmm. They are definitely struggling. See, the game has not started yet against India, and they have started to look a very. I think in a bowling wise, I think they are looking very weak. With the Hassan Ali coming in, I think they have got a relief, sigh of relief a bit, because Hassan Ali can be dangerous in UAE condition. Let me tell you one thing. See, this might be the
Yeah,
blessing in disguise for Hassan Ali.
but but Nitish, I think Hasan Ali past 2 years, even in the Test series against Sri Lanka, he was not looking that good. Even last in the 2020 World Cup, he was leaking runs in the death, wasn't bowling the right lengths. We saw what he was doing. So I mean, Hasan Ali, I think it's a bit of a weakness, I would say, for Pakistan, because that wouldn't be the option that Pakistan were looking for. They were trying to bring Mohammad Amir back, but unfortunately, he doesn't want to play for Pakistan. So there is clearly problems with the Pakistan cricket board and the players also. So Hasan Ali wasn't the
Hmm.
option actually to go into, but unfortunately, because Mohammad Waseem Jr. was injured, they had to go for Hasan Ali. There was no other choice. Others, they would never bring Hasan Ali to the team. And even I would agree
Hmm.
with seeing Hasan Ali's past
Hmm.
performances. I know Hasan Ali had a big peak. But unfortunately, in past two,
Hmm.
3 years, I think his decline, especially in limited overs, I have to say. But Hassan Ali hasn't been that great when it comes to his accuracy, his bowling, his variations, very poor, and especially in the death, he has been extremely poor. The way that he's bowling. We saw what happened against Australia last in the 2020 World Cup. I know that catch might have cost the match, but even his bowling wasn't that great. So that's what I'm saying. Shaheen Shafri is a huge loss, because the variations that he brings, the height factor that he brings, the left arm seam that he brings, I don't
Hmm.
think Pakistan can replace a player like that. So the only positive that Pakistan can look forward to is Nasim Shah. That guy, I think he did very well in the past year. I think in the limited overs as well. I think that kid has a potential to perhaps he's the only fast ball only. I think that can trouble these batters this time around.
Hmm. So continuing with the talk of the day after tomorrow's game, then we come to the at last we discuss about the tomorrow's game. I think see Indian team, no doubt their all bases are covered right now. It's looking like that. The only concern for me is the fast bowling option. Apart from Bumrah, and
Mhm.
see, I have confidence on Arshdeep. He will do well because he is
Yes,
a newcomer.
definitely.
He has shown what he can do against the West Indies in those death overs, and I have fully confidence on Arshdeep that he can be the next uh, bit like Bumrah for me, according to me,
Well, you can't
because
compare
see.
Bumrah and Arshdeep. You can't compare Bumrah
No,
and Arshdeep.
I'm not comparing. I'm saying a bit like Bumrah. I'm not saying that like Bumrah. If
Maybe
Arshdeep if Arshdeep can perform 30-40% of Bumrah, I think it will be okay for him. Now it's looking good for Indian the bowling lineup, but
but
Avesh Khan
the
is a
problem
bit
it is
concerned for.
problem is Hardik Pandya. Whether he can bowl those at least 2 or 3 overs, I think they require Hardik Pandya to bowl if they want to restrict a team like Pakistan to maybe
Hmm,
130, 140. I just feel
hmm,
like Hardik Pandya should be allowed. I mean, should bowl. I think for him for the
hmm,
2020 World Cup, Hardik Pandya will be a great
hmm,
deal if he can be that all
hmm,
rounder that we saw in the IPL. We saw for Gujarat Titans in the final. That X factor was brought out by Hardik Pandya, and with the ball, he won the match for Gujarat Titans. So I feel like if he can bowl a few overs at least in these latter stages, especially, I think
hmm.
that will be a huge bonus for India for the upcoming 2020 World Cup. Looking for the 2020 World Cup, I think that's a huge bonus.
See, you cannot judge Hardik Pandya bowling directly in the World Cup. I think this is the chance for Hardik Pandya to prove. See, still there is a jitter in his bowling. I don't think the Hardik Pandya bowling has been tested against a top quality, that devastating batting in T20. I think if you look at his bowling in England, okay, England he has done well. There is no doubt about that. Against West Indies, against those batting lineup, I think
But
he has decently
But
done well.
Nitish, the thing
But
the thing is, in Australia, it's usually seam friendly. So I think that will be a good factor for Hardik, especially with his bowling. Also, he bowls bouncers, he bowls that good length. I just feel Hardik Pandya can be that X factor. I mean, most of the bowlers can do well in those Australian conditions. At the end, you have to look forward to the 2020 World Cup. This is what the Asia Cup preparations are, and I feel
no,
Hardik
no,
Pandya
no. See, you cannot overlook this Asia Cup. See, Asia Cup. I know it's not. You cannot compare with the T20 World Cup, but this tournament is as important as T20
Yeah,
World Cup.
true,
Let
true.
me tell you.
I'm talking about the India chances of winning a 2020 World Cup. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying these players should be tested in the Asia Cup, especially. You have to
Hmm.
think about the match situation that could happen, possibly happen
Yes.
in the
Hmm.
2020 World Cup. That's what I'm trying to say. So the
See, a
Asia Cup.
one or two games, and one or two games you may get in this Asia Cup, the pressure
Yeah,
situation games. You will
agreed.
get.
Because
See.
India versus Pakistan is happening at the MCG and it's a bigger crowd. I
Hmm.
don't know about
Hmm.
80 or 90,000. So for that, this Dubai match coming up in the
One lakh,
28th
one
or
lakh
even the
crowd.
final of the Asia Cup is a
Hmm.
good
Hmm.
preparation. It's a good preparation for both the teams, I'm saying.
Hmm.
In case they
Hmm.
meet in the finals, this is a good opportunity for both of them to grab the opportunity. It doesn't matter if Bumrah or Shaheen Shafri is not playing. Let that come to the 2020 World Cup. But for
Hmm.
most of the
Hmm.
players, this is a good opportunity to test themselves and then try to prepare themselves for 2 months for the 2020 World Cup. This is a good preparation for both the teams. In case they face like 2 or 3 times, it's good for a good opportunity for both the teams. Then they know the strengths and weaknesses of when you talk about matches, they know the strengths and weaknesses.
Let us discuss the Dipanshu's statement here. Sri Lanka can trap Pak and Bangladesh with their spinners, especially no Pakistan player has good strike against spinner. I think that's why. I think the strike rate problem, that's why they have considered those two or three hitters, big hitters, Pakistan middle order. They consist of only hitters only. If you talk about Iftikhar, if you talk about Asif Ali, he has won, I think, in the last year T20 World Cup, he has won two games single-handedly against New Zealand and against Afghanistan. So he is a six-hitter. I think that's why Pakistan. See, Pakistan know that in the upper order they have got Rizwan and Babar who can play 10, 12, 14 overs, and after that the people coming down him, I think they can go berserk. What's your take? I
Yeah, yeah.
think they
So
will play this type of cricket only. I think they will play first 10 over safe cricket, 7.58 runs per over, or maybe 7 runs per over, and after that they will try to get 100, 110 in the last 10, 12 overs.
yeah, yeah. So normally that's the approach. Obviously, we've seen Baba Azam, Fakhar Zaman, Mohammad Rizwan.
Mm,
They initially take time to obviously go along the innings, but yeah, that's what
mm,
I see the same approach happening to Pakistan. Obviously, this time around also, but maybe they could change it. Obviously, we've seen Pakistan changing things in the last minute as well, but yeah, especially Pakistan players have not good strike rate. Yeah, good point raised out because I think the middle order, especially if you give bring them fast bowlers, I mean the opposition team, then perhaps they could attack. But against spinners and especially with Sri Lanka with Hasaranga, Tikshana, Jai Vikrama, I don't think it's going to be easy for these Pakistan batsmen to actually attack, especially Hasaranga. That's why I'm saying Hasaranga versus any team will be very difficult. Even with India, I would say Hasaranga could be a threat this time around because Hasaranga didn't even play that in India series. If we don't forget, Hasaranga had COVID at that time, and we didn't have Hasaranga when we played
mm.
against India. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Hasaranga is going to impact in all these matches coming up because that could be the X factor for Sri Lanka actually this time. I would say because
Okay.
both Hasaranga.
I think in the when we have started the video, we discussed about the 2 or 3 years back when Sri Lanka plays. I think Hasaranga when the new team went to Pakistan and their void was Pakistan. I think if you look at those Pakistan team, the members who are there in this Asia Cup, the people, they were almost the same people playing in those series also.
Hmm.
If you look at, if the car was there, I think I have what I was going through last night.
Yeah.
I think if the
Hmm.
car was there, Asif Ali was there, Babar Azam was there, Fakar Zaman was there, everybody was there. If
Yeah.
you take 8 or 9 people were there, I think at that time they have a struggle. I don't know what they will do against Hasaranga this time. I think
But
they will
they
struggle
were
more.
struggling. The same team was struggling against Netherlands also. I know it's a ODI match, but they were struggling even in the ODI series.
Mm-hmm.
Zimbabwe, they're struggling in 2020 cricket. So I don't know. This Pakistan team is very unpredictable. At times they'll perform, at times they won't
Yes.
perform. So you never
Mm.
can say about this Pakistan team. But yeah, I think definitely Pakistan batsmen will struggle against the Sri Lankan spin. That's obvious. I mean, especially with the experience that even Australia struggled with Hasaranga and Teekshana. What do you expect about Pakistan struggling against Teekshana and Hasaranga? That's the case.
See, Dipanshu, this is see, my view is different. I have told you the way the injury concerns for Pakistan, the way it's looking, I think downhill for Pakistan, they can beat India. There is no doubt. The on
Hmm.
their day, on their potential, if some magical spell come from their fast bowlers or spinners or brilliant knock played by Rizwan Babar, they can beat India. But in all the perspective, if you look at all the perspective, all the angles, I think India is far superior. India is red hot favorite in the upcoming Sunday's game. But if you ask me honestly, right now, no. As of now, I am saying two teams, that is Sri Lanka and India for the finals, Asia Cup. As history is also suggesting that India and Pakistan never meet. And in 2018 also, hype was there that India and Pakistan will meet in the final. It didn't happen. And this time again, the hype is coming up. And I already created that they will meet thrice, but I don't think they will meet in the final the way it's looking. I think either Bangladesh, no, Bangladesh, I can't tell you because they are
No,
playing
this
poor.
is the
I
thing,
think
Nitish.
Sri Lanka and India. Sri Lanka and India, I think for me,
This is the
Sri
case,
Lanka and
Nitish.
India. Hmm.
Maybe this could be the first time that India and Pakistan are meeting. But if in case if Pakistan don't meet Sri Lanka in the semi-final, if India meet Sri Lanka and Pakistan meet, it won't happen because Pakistan definitely I think will finish second in the group B.
Hmm,
Sorry,
hmm,
A,
hmm,
and hopefully Sri Lanka will top group B.
hmm,
So then they face off. Yeah, in that case, Sri
hmm,
Lanka have a good chance of winning. And as you said, history based, I think last two finals have been India versus Bangladesh. I don't think this time around Bangladesh is going to make it to the finals with all this management
hmm,
and
hmm,
changing
hmm,
captains, changing
hmm,
coaches in the last minute. It's not going to work. It's the
hmm,
same as what Punjab is doing in the
hmm,
IPL also.
hmm,
So that kind of things in the last minute won't help Bangladesh. And I don't think this team with Tamim Iqbal also absent, not playing 2020 cricket will work for Bangladesh. I don't see, and with injuries also, I don't see Bangladesh going to make it to the finals for sure. I definitely think it 100%. I don't think Bangladesh will make it for sure. But Sri Lanka, it's a very tough case with Sri Lanka and Pakistan. In case if Sri Lanka doesn't top the group, I hopefully think Sri Lanka will top the group 99%. But that 1%, you never know what will happen. But I
hmm,
also think it's going to be India versus Sri Lanka as history looks. But you never
hmm.
can count out Pakistan in the Sri Lanka.
Pakistan, yeah, yeah, true, true. I understand totally. But see, things are tilting towards Sri Lanka, the way it's looking for the last 3 or 4 months. See, I told you, see, I haven't followed the initial phase of Sri Lanka Australia game. But when the test series started, I told you that Sri Lanka are not going to, very tough to beat under the circumstances they are playing and the way they were playing cricket last couple of months. In Pakistan series also, I said Dipanshu that see, listen, everybody is talking about Pakistan will win the test series easily. No doubt, first test they played outstanding cricket, but had the Sri Lankan bowlers bowled well, I think the series could have been 2-0. But nevertheless, 1-all was good for Sri Lankan cricket the way they were playing for the last 4 or 5 years. I think I'm seeing, see what I'm observing for the last 4 months. People are observing for the last 6 years. I am observing Sri Lankan cricket for the last, I'm seeing the stats for the last 6 months. The players are looking confident. See, KL Rahul also given press conference. See, have you heard? KL
What?
Rahul's press conference?
No, I didn't watch today. If it was today, I didn't watch KL
Okay,
Rahul.
you must have heard about the Silverwood press conference.
What one?
Silverwood's press
Yeah,
conference.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did. Yes, yes, I did.
Yes, you did. What
Yeah.
do you observe when the question was thrown at him? You observed
Yeah,
the answers
I
full
think
of
Banuka
confidence.
Rajapaksa and Chris Silverwood had a press conference today. I think that's the thing. I think they are all going with confidence, and especially Banuka said that the
Hmm.
IPL experience will actually
Hmm.
help him. Yeah, I do agree because I mean playing against players like Shikhar Dhawan. If we talk
Hmm.
about the Indian contingent, Arshdeep Singh, he must have practiced in the nets.
Hmm.
So a lot of players
Hmm.
from from India. Obviously, these players are exposed to the IPL now.
Hmm.
Hasaranga, Deekshana, Banuka Rajapaksha.
Hmm.
Even they've been doing well in the IPL also. Hasaranga was the second highest wicket taker. That's what I'm saying. This team is
Hmm.
going with confidence, and don't count out Dasun Shanaka. I'm telling Dasun Shanaka is the player to watch out for. This year he's had a tremendous year, 308 runs. I think average is 46. Strike rate is 140 plus. I think
Hmm.
Shanaka is the player. He's the finisher. We saw what he did
Hmm.
against Australia. Also, we saw what he did against India. Also in India, even if Sri Lanka
Hmm.
lost, Shanaka has been the positive. So
Hmm.
I'm telling this time around, I think Shanaka as a captain, I think he's growing, he's molding as a cricketer. So I think this time around, I think Pakistan and India should be wary of Dasun Shanaka this time around. Don't
See,
count Sri Lanka out in
hmm.
this time around.
See, it's too early to predict also which team will play better, poor cricket and all that. But overall, what I'm looking that this competition will be more competitive than the last two editions. Will be much more thriller one. The way it's
Hmm.
looking, because
Agreed.
every team is nobody is down and out. No team.
Hmm.
I'm talking about the
Hmm.
test playing nation. No, see, even if you see the Afghanistan, they have won the recent series against Ireland and all that. So they are coming with full of confidence. So
Yeah,
let's
I mean
discuss about
Afghanistan.
the hmm,
Yeah, I mean Afghanistan has
continue.
improved massively, and they are good in 2020 cricket, as we know. I mean, especially these cricketers who didn't. I mean, Noor Ahmad, Ramadullah, Gudbas. They may have not played any IPL matches, but they have got that exposure. And Rashid Khan is obviously the player to watch out for. He had a tremendous year with Gujarat Titans. Mohammad Nabi, I've not seen much of recently, but he's a very experienced player. We know what he can do. So this Afghanistan team is also coming with good. Confidence as well because they are I mean their best format is 2020 cricket. We cannot forget that they have played less matches against highly competitive teams, but they could bring out surprises as well. So I feel all five teams, anything could happen in this format, 2020 cricket. That's, I think this time around it's a bit more competitive, as you said, perhaps from the 2018. I would agree. Yeah, but
Hmm.
let's see how tomorrow we have to first two matches itself. We can see how this Asia Cup tournament,
I
whether
think
it's
see tomorrow the game is going to be a close one as far as I am concerned. I think let's discuss about the probable 11 for both the teams. Tomorrow will be the curtain raiser of the Asia Cup between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan in Dubai. I think a huge outfield ground is not. I think a smaller one, bigger boundaries are there. So running has to be done by the batters. Probable 11 we are going to discuss about Sri Lanka and Afghanistan. Let's discuss about Afghanistan. Afghanistan, what I have picked 11, my 11, that is Hazratullah Zazai, opener, left-handed batsman. Okay.
Hmm.
Then you have got Rahmatullah Gurbaz, the wicketkeeper batter. Ibrahim Jadran, I have picked. Ibrahim Jadran, Nazibullah Jadran. I think Nazibullah Jadran is the left-hander.
Yeah, I think he'll bat at number five. I
Ha
don't think
ha
he'll bat at
ha.
number four for me.
Mohammad Nabi is the captain of the Afghanistan cricket team, T20 cricket team. Azmatullah Omar Zai, I don't know about him. Do you know him?
Who?
Azmatullah Omar Zai.
No, I don't know much about him.
Uh,
I'll check my playing 11 later. Yeah.
okay. Usman Ghani. There is, I think, all rounder. He is Usman Ghani. Then you have got another all rounder, batter come spinner, Rashid Khan. Naveenul Haq, the fast bowler, Mujibur Rahman, once again the mystery spinner, and the Fareed Ahmad. I think Afghanistan better batting wise. I'm concerned with the Afghanistan because they have got the power hitters like Zazai, Zadran, Nabi, and who can handle bat. Rashid Khan is a good striker of the cricket ball.
Yeah,
So
I'll tell my
all in
playing
all,
11.
I think it's a spin heavy attack, but in totality, I'm saying it's not that a great side. If they
Hmm.
are going to compete a good quality side, I think they can beat
But you never know.
Bangladesh. They
But you
can
never
beat
know with
Ireland. Hmm.
But you never know with this Afghanistan team. Okay, my playing 11, I'll go with Zazai and Gurbaz to open. I will go with
Okay.
Hastatullah Shahidi at number 3.
Hmm.
Number 4, I will go with who's that number 4? Najibullah Zadran, Mohammad Nabi at
Hmm.
number
Hmm.
5. Number
Okay.
6, I will go with who's there? Shaminullah Shinwari. I will go with him at
Okay.
number 6. Rashid Khan at 7,
Hmm.
Naveen
Hmm.
Al Haq, Mujibala Rahman,
Hmm.
Faruqi. I will play Faruqi tomorrow. And
Hmm.
who else is there in this team? Uh, Maybe I'll go with Noor Ahmed. Let's see. I mean, I'll take
Noor
them.
Ahmed. Noor Ahmed. I
I
think.
may go with Noor Ahmed alongside Rashid Khan and Mujib. So I think 3 spinners I think will help, but they have Nabi as well. So that's the problem. I don't think they'll take Noor Ahmed then. Then perhaps I think they'll take with Naveen Al Haq. I think they'll take. I think Faruqi was there. So maybe okay. Then I'll take this Noor Ahmed in the team.
Okay. Okay. So it's looking 50-50 side. I'm not saying that it's a good side. Spin wise, it's a quality side, but in totality, I'm saying it's a slightly. See, the main concern
But
for
even pace
Afghanistan
bowling,
is
I think.
batting.
But I think
Hmm.
pace bowling also is look good. I mean, Naveen Al Haq has been doing well in CPL, PSL. I think even Afghanistan has been doing quite well. So, but the problem is they only have him as the experienced fast bowler. That's the issue. So they'll. I think Karim Janat might play tomorrow, but the problem is Karim Janat. His bowling is not that good, but his batting is good. That's the problem. But I've seen LPL also. His batting is good. His strike rate is around 200 plus, but bowling wise is very weak. So that second fast bowling option is a very weak point for Afghanistan. Looking at this, Farouk is good. Farouk is good, but he's also expensive. We saw what he did with SRH also, but you cannot trust Faruqi to get wickets as well. So the lone fast bowler for me is Naveen Al Haq in this team, in this squad. What I see, it's a bit tough about
Now
him.
let's discuss about Sri Lanka's probable 11 according to you and me. So you start first.
Yes, I go with Pathum Nisanka and Anushka Gunatilaka to open. Number 3, I will
Okay.
go with Kusal Mendis. Number 4,
Hmm.
Charita Salanka, vice captain. Number 5,
Hmm.
Bhanuka Rajapaksha. Number 6,
Hmm.
Dasun Shanaka, captain. 7,
Hmm.
Banitu Asaranga. Chamika Karunaratne. I will go with Asita Fernando, Dilshan Madhushankar, and Mahesh Deekshana. That's my playing 11. I don't I know I think there's reports going on that Matisha Patinan is playing tomorrow, but I wouldn't prefer Matisha over. I would prefer Dilshan Madhushankar over Matisha, according to me.
I'll also all else. My probable 11 for Sri Lanka's team is I will put Nisanka and Kusal Mendes as keeper, but I will kept him as opening batter. Nisanka and Mendes will open the batting. Then I will put Bhanuka Rajapakse at number 3 because I have seen in the Punjab Kings he has played well, very well at number 3 only, and he can see he can utilize the power play. If a person gets out early, he can utilize.
But
But I don't
I think for
think
Sri
he
Lanka
has
he plays
got that
different role.
potential. No, no, I don't think he has got that game to play in the middle of overs at number 5 and 6, or number 4 and 5 also.
I
Bhanuka.
don't agree much. Okay, anyways, yeah, you
Okay,
continue. It's
okay,
fine.
okay. This is my
Yeah,
view.
yeah, yeah. No problem. Yeah, you go ahead.
Four, I will see Mendes and Nisanka. I will open with them. Then number 3, I will put Bhanuka Rajapakse. Number 4, I will put Asalanka. Number 5, I will put because of his spinning option late form. I have seen Dhananjay De Silva, and he can bring also stability. If suppose couple of wickets fall early, in case it will fall, Sri Lanka the way the
He's the
batting
last player to bring.
is
He's the last player to bring into the 2020 team right now, playing 11.
okay.
Seeing what he's
See
doing.
that I don't know. See internally, because being Sri Lankan and being Sri Lankan cricket
Yeah,
fan,
yeah.
you know all these things. But whatever I know about player, the quality of player, he is a very good middle order batter who can
DDS, if he's
just
playing,
play
he
the
should bet
game.
at number three. If he's playing, he should bet at
Okay,
number three. If you bring
okay,
him in the
that's
middle order, he
okay,
won't do
okay,
properly.
okay. Five. See, for just to calm down the collapse. That's why I want to play him in the middle order to take the
Fair
singles
enough.
and to
Fair
move the game forward only. There, see, every time you cannot go for 9-10 runs for over. You have to calm down and just play the balls on its
I
merit.
think Asalanka
Sha-
can play that role a bit well over
I
there.
don't know. See the way I have seen Asalanka. I don't know whether he will play that role or not because I see Asalanka two dot balls, then he go for short, three dot balls, then he
Always,
go
not
for
all the
short,
time.
and in the
That's
process he
according to
gets
the
out.
situation. Match situation. But Asalanka can play that conservative role as well.
Hmm.
What we see, he can play both the roles. So that's why I think at number four, I think he is that solid player that can maintain until the death overs. You can trust on Asalanka to do that.
Okay, okay. If he do well, if he can perform that role well, I think it will be very fruitful for Sri Lanka cricket. Number six, see, it's all everybody knows. Sanka is a very good at number six. He can be used as finisher and he can hit those power hitting shots. Hasaranga at number seven, fixed choice. Karunaratne at number eight, uh, fixed one. I think the next three will be I will pick Asitha Fernando, same as yours, Madhu Sangha, that late farmer, and Thikshina. This is my 11. See, I've swapped the numbers of
Yes,
position of the
it's fine because
batters. I
Tuka
think
Mendes is also
see the
out for
personnel
13
are
matches.
same, the players are same. Just they according to the see. Since I'm not following deep the Sri Lankan cricket nowadays, you
But
can
I just
easily.
feel like Nisank and Gunatilaka has been doing well. I went to watch matches of Australia versus Sri Lanka and I saw
Okay,
Gunatilaka
okay.
making all innovative shots and I think he had good control. So that's why I just opted Gunatilaka. I mean, Gunatilaka and Nisank are good.
DDS, the benefit of putting DDS in the playing 11 that he can give you runs. He can give you 40-50. He can make 40-50 crucial runs. I know he will make with the strike rate of 120, 130, maybe 110, but he can give you those three or four crucial overs and he can take wickets also. This is very important. And in T20 format, you can have the leverage of playing six bowlers. Okay, say if one
Yeah.
bowlers have an off day, then you can utilize Dhananjay De Silva, maybe Gunatilka. I have no see, I don't have any faith in Gunatilka bowling, but Shanaka, you know how he bowls. The last over when the game was over, he has given almost three boundaries to that guy,
That's
left-hander,
Twenty20
Australia.
cricket, no, Nitish. He doesn't bowl that much, but when you
See,
come to I mean, 2020
mm,
cricket, 1 or 2 overs, even he can have his days off, he can have his off days, he can have his good days. That happens to a bowler who's
see,
primarily not bowled that much. But
Why,
those
why,
one or
why
two overs,
I see why I am putting Dhananjay De Silva because of the UAE condition also. The condition of
yeah, I
Dubai
mean,
and Sharjah.
bowling could be useful, but I just feel, I think Hasaranga
Strike
can
rate. You are concerned with the strike rate? No. You need a player who can provide stability at the middle order. Let me tell you. Because Sri
stability. That's what I'm
Lankan.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Asalanka, Nisanka, these are the players that can control the stability of because Nisanka can play long innings. We saw what he
Hmm,
did against
hmm,
India also. He played until 13th, 14th over,
hmm, hmm,
first
hmm.
2020, second 2020, even though he was open. He's those players are the kind of conservative players. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying that they have conservative players and they have aggressive players as well. That happens in the
Hmm.
teams, obviously. I mean, Kusan Mendis also can be conservative at times. So we have too many conservative. This is the problem with Sri Lanka in the recent years. We've had too many conservative players. That's the problem, and we don't have those players that can provide the finishing. That's why, like Bhanuka Rajapaksha, Gasun Chanaka, that combination worked in the 2020 World Cup. We nearly, I mean,
mm,
Australia, for our bowling, we would have actually beaten Australia in the 2020 World Cup if not if our bowlers performed properly. But unfortunately, they didn't.
mm,
That's why we lost against Australia last year. So that's what I'm saying. This year wise, I think these players are, I mean, confident. I know Bhanuka may have played number three in at Punjab Kings. I understand, but that's a different role. No, that's IPL. No, this is international cricket, a different scenario, and he has a different role to play for Sri Lanka cricket. That's why I'm saying that number five is fixed for him, and that's the suitable position for him. Also, I would feel his criteria
Now,
test.
my question to you is, who will, if the required run rate is 12, 13 runs per over and Sri Lanka are 5 wickets down, then who are the batters who can take the game till the
There's
end and
like
who will win the
Chanaka,
game for
there's
Sri
Hasananga,
Lanka?
Chamika Karuratne. These players, I know Chamika didn't get an opportunity in the IPL, but he also can play very well with the bat. His strike rate, I think, 140, 150 in
Okay,
ODI. Also,
okay.
I'm not sure much about 2020, but he can bat. Tichana can bat. We saw him batting with CSK also. He can bat a bit. So I think that's more than enough. I think we
Good
have
side. I think it's a good, solid, and potent side. I think Sri Lanka is a good side. I
compared to
think
last year, I think it's better. Compared to last year, I
hmm,
think Sri Lanka have come a long way. That's what I can say, especially with the IPL
much,
looking good.
much long way. See, much long way. Now you can sit and watch Sri Lankan cricket. You can feel that our team is competing with the top class team. So, what's your predicting prediction regarding if a team won the toss, he wins the toss tomorrow? What he will do in Dubai condition? Because I'm hearing that somewhere that dew is also going to be a
Yeah,
little
if
bit a
dew is
factor.
there, if dew is there, I would say field first. But if dew is not there, definitely I would say to put runs on the board, put at least 160, 165, 170 against Afghanistan. Afghanistan will crack under pressure. That's what I'm saying. It's depending on the dew factor. If there is no dew factor,
I think whether
at first, at first and put as much as runs as you can and
hmm.
put Afghanistan under pressure. Afghanistan will definitely crack under pressure while chasing. I'm 100% sure they'll crack under pressure with Hasaranga, Deekshana,
And
and the
if
fast
and if
bowling attack.
Afghanistan scores 140, 150 while batting first, then
I mean,
then Sri
I
Lanka
don't think
will crack.
No, no, no. I don't think. I think in that case, even because Sri Lankan players are used to the conditions compared to Afghanistan players. That's the thing I'm saying. The middle order of Sri Lanka is better than the Afghanistan middle order. That is where Afghanistan will struggle with their middle order. Even
Hmm,
if
hmm,
you
hmm.
talk about a chase, they will struggle. Their openers may fire and score 30, 40 runs in 4 overs or whatever. But if they get out, the top order, I'm telling the middle order will crack very soon. Except for Zadran, perhaps. I
I
think
think it's
that
good to hear that after a very long time that you are confident even against Afghanistan. Otherwise, if it was 2 years back, 1 years back, you could have said Afghanistan have got a better chance. For me, Sri Lanka is winning the game quite easily. Tomorrow's game, the way it's looking, and
agree.
day after tomorrow, it's going to be a very, very high pressure and very marquee event. You can say historic game, and as the last years happened, India quite comfortably lost by 10 wickets. You can expect a better fight from both the teams, India versus Pakistan. The batters will get runs from both the sides. Bowling wise, you can say Pakistan is little bit on a low side, but you never know. Pakistan has the history of producing a new bowler in the very famous marquee event against India, and you never know the bowlers like Naseem Shah, even Dhani, if we will get the chance, can produce a spell of 2 or 3 wickets. You never
Yeah,
know.
that's why I
But
said
at this time,
Nasim
hmm,
Shah is
hmm,
a
hmm.
bowler to watch out for. No, I think Nasim
See,
Shah
I
is a
don't think. See, I don't think. See, what you are looking for, one I know. His pace, his I think deceiving the batsman very much. Are you considering him he bowled well against the last ODI against Netherlands. That's why you are
No,
saying like
no,
this.
no, no,
Or
not from that. I'm talking about the past few performances of Naseem Shah. I'm telling that he has some
but
potential.
see,
Seeing how he's
but the Naseem Shah hasn't bowled well in the Test series against your side, Sri
he,
Lanka.
that is test. I'm talking about 2020. When you talk about 2020, usually, I mean, even Mohammad Hasnain, I would say Mohammad Hasnain may be having actions, legal, illegal actions, and all. Put that aside, but Mohammad Hasnain also has been doing well. Even though these young bowlers, they have been doing well. Naseem Shah also, I think, against West Indies also is a very good tour. If I'm not mistaken, Naseem Shah getting a 5 wicket haul. So talking about their past performances, I think Naseem Shah, Dahani, you cannot count them off. That's what I'm saying. The Pakistan pace bowler,
See,
yeah,
we are
maybe.
not counting them out. I'm not counting them out. But the lack of his inexperience, lack
That's
of
what I'm saying.
experience
Yeah, I
might
agree
hurt
with
them.
you totally.
Suppose
Yeah,
Pavan, see, suppose Pavan, Indian batters, opener batters might play them safely for the couple of overs, and they start hitting from the third or fourth over. You never know; these bowlers might give plenty of runs under pressure. Because against India, it was against other teams. I know they could have, they would have, they will come back. But against India, if they gave away runs, no, they will give plenty of runs. The pressure is such a,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
it's
On
such
the
a
day
high.
itself, it matters. That's what I'm saying. India and Pakistan don't play that much matches, so you cannot. Even last day, we didn't expect. I mean, Shaheen Shah Afridi to get Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul out. Who expected that to happen? So, anything could happen in 2020 cricket. That's it. I mean, that the variations also matter. That's why I said Pakistan
Mm-hmm.
need a left arm seamer. That's what I'm saying. They lack that left arm seamer. It is why the Pakistan tend to lose games in the past few years. That's why I would have preferred Mohammad Amir to come back, but unfortunately, he's having some problems with the Pakistan cricket board and he doesn't come out of retirement. So they'll miss that factor. That's what I'm saying. That will be a huge factor for the match also. If Shaheen Shah Afridi was there, it would have been a very different scenario happening for Pakistan.
The match, if the Science of Afridi was fit, the match could have been in balance right now.
Yeah.
But without Science Afridi, I think India have got a huge opportunity. And I think if Science Afridi was present also, I think the way Indian team was playing for the last couple of months, 3 months, I think India was is still a red hot favorite and could have been red hot favorite
Yeah,
if
well,
he
the
was there
problem
also.
though, Nitish, is that Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, they have not been playing that much matches. It's been all these youngsters.
That this is the point you are saying, right? And together also, see, these three players are not playing for
KL
quite a
Rahul,
while
Rohit Sharma,
together
Virat
also.
Kohli haven't been playing much matches. That could be a big factor when you
Hmm.
come. I mean, Virat Kohli hasn't played since I don't know. I mean, 2 months I think he hasn't played. Rohit Sharma didn't play the Zimbabwe tour. He played his West Indies tour, but his form has not been that great. England ODI series, I think he did okay, but 2020 he struggled a bit. So yeah, the inconsistency could happen. That's what I'm fearing a bit. And KL Rahul, after huge injury gap, he's
See, you
back in.
never know. See, you never know. Everybody talking about a new bowler from Pakistan can create havoc. You never know with this type of situation. The game, the pressures games such like India versus
I'm not
Pakistan.
I'm not counting out any comebacks from Virat Kohli or Rohit Sharma or KL Rahul. I'm not saying that, but the thing is they have lack of
Hmm.
match practice. That's what I'm saying,
I
especially KL
understanding.
Rahul.
I understanding. Okay, okay.
The thing is, what I'm seeing is that they need some matches to get the flow. So that's why I'm saying the Asia Cup could be a good stage for all three of them. I know Virat Kohli is very focused for the Asia Cup, practicing. He's practicing like nothing along with Rohit Sharma. I'm seeing that. But you never know in these conditions. The UAE, I think they have not come since last year, so you never know what will happen in these conditions. And seeing Virat Kohli, his statement was about his mental health also, you never know what will happen on that day itself. You cannot count out.
Hmm. So coming back to the tomorrow's game, I think according to you, Sri Lanka is winning the game.
Yeah, yeah,
For me
definitely.
also, quite
If
see for
Sri Lanka
me
loses,
quite
then
easily. If Sri
I
Lanka,
don't
huh,
I don't know what to
I think
say.
if Sri Lanka loses, I think they should not be tolerated. These players should be kicked out. Because if you are playing such a high quality cricket for the last couple of months, 4 months, and if you are going to lose against a side who rarely plays against a good quality side, I think it's not
Except for Rashid
tolerable
Khan.
at all.
Except for Rashid
Except,
Khan only, I think.
see, it's a matter of 4 overs only. For Rashid Khan, it's a matter of 4 overs. If
That's
they
what I'm
can
saying.
negotiate those 4 overs, I think they can handle these bowlers, this Afghanistan team. I think I'm saying, what I'm observing from here for the last series, the Sri Lanka have played, they will easily win the game tomorrow, according to me.
Yeah, yeah, definitely,
The
because
way
they've been
it's, they will
playing
easily
with
win.
teams.
And see, you can see a fire close encounter against Bangladesh only, because it's
Yeah,
a history
that is true. I
between Sri
mean,
Lanka
a lot of
and
people are
Bangladesh.
counting out.
Hmm.
A lot of people
Hmm,
are
hmm,
counting out Bangladesh, but I think still Bangladesh could give a test for Sri Lanka still, because they have experience with Shakib,
they
Mustafa
have
Rahim. Their opening batsman also Naeem, and I mean even Mahmudullah is there. So
they have five or
even though
six
they may be
they have five or
underperformed,
six experienced players they have brought in
Mustafizur
the squad.
Rahman, there's Mustafizur, there's Mehdi Hassan Miraz. So there is some experience in that Bangladesh team. They may
Hmm,
be
hmm,
struggling
hmm,
in the past few months, and 2020 cricket may not be their strongest format, but still you never know. Anything can happen, and with Shakib also, Sri Lankan batsmen could struggle against spin. You never know that. That's also their weakness as well. So with Shakib
hmm, hmm,
also, with his slow left arm orthodox and with his variations, also you never know what happens on that day. So you cannot count out Bangladesh also, but I think Bangladesh will provide a tougher test than Afghanistan. Even though Bangladesh could struggle, you never know. But I still think Sri Lanka should still not underestimate any team going into this
hmm.
tournament.
See, it's a good for a team that should not underestimate any other team in the competition. Okay, I think it
Mm.
will be a very good competition. This one, I think it's hopeful for. I think it's good that your team is doing well for the last series and all that, and hoping for the best. For, I think, good to hear that after a long time you are expecting your team to do well and at least reach the
They have
final.
to. They
For
better
me,
have to,
in
because
see,
I mean, they better
continue.
have to, because I mean they've been playing against Australia both away and at home, against India. I don't think Afghanistan or Bangladesh has had that exposure than Sri Lanka. And I know we've been losing matches, but still, I mean that exposure against tough teams like Australia and India will help Sri Lanka going into this tournament, and especially this group stage. And I think based on what how they've been performing in the IPL, and even I know Chamira is a huge loss. Definitely, Chamira is a big loss for Sri Lanka. If Chamira was playing, definitely I would have said 100% Sri Lanka would have been winning tomorrow with Hasrang and Theekshana helping in the spin department, and Chamira with the fast bowling department. I'm not saying that confidently because of the fast bowling attack. You never know what happens on that day, but I still think Hasrang and Theekshana will be enough. That spin though will be enough to trouble this Afghanistan batsman, but I can't say it so confidently because I've not watched much of Hasita Fernando. I mean, Hasita Fernando and Madhushanka hasn't been playing much 2020 matches. This is the first outing, I think, first tournament for them. So we cannot have huge hopes for Sri Lanka still with the injuries of Chamira and Vinoro also going into this tournament. But there is a lot of positives coming for Sri Lanka in this building up to the tournament. So I hopefully think Sri Lanka have a
building
very probability to
building
win
up for the tournament. When tomorrow Sri Lanka will come onto the ground, I think their attitude and their behavior and their energy will tell you the fate of the Asia Cup, where they are going a long way or not. Tomorrow is the day for Sri Lankan's fate for the Asia Cup,
I
for
think
me,
tomorrow's match will
according to
be
me.
more interesting than the India versus Pakistan. I have to tell that, because tomorrow,
Yeah, I can also say it. No, because see, because of the history, everybody is eager after tomorrow's match only. I think
yeah, I
you
know because
people
of the
also.
history,
Okay.
but
Hmm.
when we've seen the records, I mean, usually seeing this
Uh,
Indian team, I think
I think once
even
again
without
I will
Bumrah,
tell you, Pawan. Let
even
me
without
assure you
Bumrah,
once again.
even without Bumrah, I think this Indian fast bowling attack looks good with Arshdeep Singh.
Very good, very good. I can say.
Yeah, but I may have included Deepak Chaha in that squad. I wouldn't have put him as a standby player for me,
Yes.
but
Uh-huh.
um, I understand what they did over there. But Yeah, I mean, still this fast bowling attack looks good with Bhuvneshwar Kumar, very very experienced. I've been playing for I don't know how many years. So Bhuv you can rely on for at
See,
least 8 to 9 years. So
he has in 2013 only he has made debut. So he's not that old. I think he is only 31, 32.
he
So
played 2012,
Pavan,
I think.
2000, oh, 2012, 1 year before you can say.
Hmm.
So Pavan, according to me, I think the Sri Lanka team is a balanced one. Let's see what will happen tomorrow. And let me assure you one thing. Once again, a hype is creating. No, there will be another one-sided affair between India and Pakistan, according to my experience, what I have seen for the last 20, 22 years. I think one-sided affair will be happening on Sunday
Yeah, yeah,
after
definitely
so
it's a
much hype.
one-sided affair, but cannot predict. I mean, you never know in this
See,
cricket.
predict, but you see something you cannot predict, but you are about to see. You can observe. You can see the teams. The if you compare man to man comparison between both the
But
sides,
India need to
I
have a
think.
very good, solid opening partnership. That's what I'm saying. I'm a
Hmm.
bit wary on
Pakistan will give. See, Pakistan will give. Definitely provide a solid opening partnership.
yeah,
Surely,
that's for sure.
Rizwan and
That's for
Babar.
sure. But problem is that India, especially KL Rahul coming after long layoff of injury. This is why I would have preferred Ishan Kishan in that team. I don't understand why Ishan Kishan wasn't included as a backup
See,
opener.
I don't know what is happening. See, too many players trying and testing. I think these things
Yeah, but
also.
I think
I
Ishan
also
Kishan
don't
was
like all
doing
this.
well. Ishan was doing well in the South Africa series, if I'm not mistaken, for India. I think he was
Hmm.
highest run scorers. Don't understand why Ishan Kishan wasn't added as a extra opening option in case KL Rahul doesn't perform. He's coming after long injury layoff. I think about 5 or 6 months. He didn't do that great also in the Zimbabwe too also. So
Hmm. Hmm.
that's my big concern. Hopefully he comes good in this Asia Cup, but I don't know whether you can have high hopes of KL Rahul performing all of a sudden. Maybe it will take some matches for him to actually
See, it will take one
perform.
or two games for him. It will take definitely take. I'm not sure about day after tomorrow's game whether he will perform or not. But after that, after one or two failures, maybe one failures, and max he can perform. He will perform. I'm sure.
Mhm. But I want to
If he
ask
will
one
not
thing
perform,
also.
people are waiting.
I also want to ask one thing about this India middle order. Will Dinesh Karthik play in that playing 11 on Sunday, or do you think Rishabh
See
Pant will play?
where Dinesh Karthik will play. I'm asking you. Every slot is now full. If you see from number 1 to 7, I think Hardik Pandya is coming at number 6.
But I
If
think
Pant
Dinesh
is
Karthik might get a chance. I think Dinesh Karthik might get a chance and they'll use Jadeja as a bowler. That's what I think might
which,
happen most likely.
then who
Because
will replace Dinesh Karthik will replace who? Whom? Can you tell
I
me?
think Ashwin. I think Ashwin most likely. I'm sorry to say, but
See, I'm telling you, see, what I'm observing, what I'm hearing, listening, you can easily make the playing 11 of Indian team. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, Virat Kohli at number 3. Number 4, you have
fine.
got Surya Kumar Yadav. Okay, number 5,
Rishabh
definitely
Pant.
you will play Rishabh Pant as a keeper, wicket keeper.
Yeah.
Number
Number 6 is
6,
Hardik
Hardik
Pandya.
Pandya.
The number
Sure.
7 is
Number
Waseem
7,
after.
Jadeja. See, Jadeja will never sit out. Number 7.
No, I'm not going to put Jadeja out of the team because the thing with Jadeja, yeah, maybe he's having problems or whatever, but Jadeja, all three aspects of him is good. That's what I'm saying. Fielding wise, batting wise, bowling wise, I just feel like Jadeja and Chahal will be enough to trouble this. I mean, other teams, and I would take a
Other
extra
teams.
batsman. I would take extra batsman into this
No,
Asia in
how?
this
Why?
India.
No, no. My question is how you can fix extra batsmen. See, number 7 till number 7, you have got fixed slots, fixed
But
people.
I know, but why are you taking Ashwin into a team when you have Yuzvendra Chahal who's been doing so
See,
good as
see,
a
Pavan, Pavan,
spin option?
Pavan, Pavan. Let me tell you one thing. Uh,
And the way that DK has been providing finishers for India, I know they have Rishabh Pant, Hardik Pandya, and DK. That's what I'm saying. That fifth all rounder. That's what I'm saying. Hardik Pandya can provide that. those overs. That's what I'm saying. They could
See,
give him a chance to
sometimes,
bowl 4 overs.
sir, it's not that if you are in the playing, if you are in the 15, that you should get a chance. I know DK has been given that finisher role, but see, apart from couple of big games, he has also struggled in the West Indies series. If you look at his last two or couple of innings,
Struggled
three
that
innings,
much,
he
but
has struggled. I know. See, but how can you fix him in the playing 11 just like that? See, you have got at number 7 Ravindra Jadeja, then you have to play four bowlers, no, two spinners and two fast
yeah, but
bowlers. Two
Jadeja
fast
also
bowlers
could be
are
that
pitched.
all-round thing at number 8 as well. That's what I'm saying.
See, you
I know
have to
Ashwin
take
is
the number 6. See, you have to take six bowling option.
the
What?
thing is Nitish, why aren't you relying Hardik Pandya to bowl 4 overs? That's my first question. If you're having Hardik Pandya in his team, he has to bowl 4 overs. Yeah, regardless of whether he can't bowl, whether it's injury or what, it doesn't matter. This is Asia Cup. You can't say that Hardik Pandya just because of injury he only can bowl 2 or 3 overs. This
See, if you are relying on, see, if you are relying on five bowlers, okay, five bowlers will bowl you four overs. Then
Yeah,
you need, say, you should play. Then you play Dinesh Karthik. There is no doubt in that.
yeah. That's what I'm
But
saying.
see what you will do by taking those deep batting lineup. See, this is UAE
But that
condition.
could be important only in
Six, seven
critical
batsmen are
situation.
enough. Batters are enough. I don't know.
I mean,
See, in the T20 format, you have to take the leverage of six bowling option. This is my view, point of view.
I understand. I know you're having a point, but with recent performances that DK has been playing, I mean, it could help India in a certain. I mean, he could be X factor player. That's what I'm saying. This is the thing. DK can't play all the matches. I'm not saying DK to be included in all
Then
the
DK
matches, but
will
I'm
play.
saying
No, see,
give him a
Pawan.
chance.
DK will play against Afghanistan. DK will play
Yeah,
against
yeah,
Bangladesh.
that's what I'm saying. Against Pakistan, maybe they'll include Ashwin because of the more left-handers or whatever. I'm thinking Ashwin will play on Sunday, but I'm
No,
saying
you are thinking Ashwin.
tournament-wise,
I am thinking Ravi Bishnoi. Ravi Bishnoi and Chahal. I will put both into
I
that
think
playing
Ashwin will get a
11.
chance because I feel Ashwin with the batting that he's been doing in the IPL as well with the number of left-handers that Pakistan have, especially Fakhar Zaman and that list going on,
Hostel.
Iftikhar Ahmed, that list I think
No,
Ashwin
if
might
the
go.
card is not there, if the card is not there,
Iftikhar is there in the squad.
no, if the card is not left-hander, he is righty, is
Sorry.
right-hander.
Yeah, but anyways, whatever Ashwin has the experience against Pakistan, so I
See,
don't
see, if
think
you
against
ask me
Pakistan they will
truthfully,
display.
no, I'm saying you truthfully that Ashwin is not performing as well as he used to perform in the last
He may have not
before
performed as
two
he
or three
used to
years.
perform, but we saw what happened in the IPL, right, Nitish? Especially the runs that he scored at
See,
number three,
IPL is
and he's a
different.
number seven player.
IPL is
Ravi
different
Krishna
thing.
had a poor
IPL.
IPL. Ravi Krishna had a poor IPL. He didn't do that great as people would expect. Him being retained also by Lucknow Super Giants, and him not even performing at the level that he should perform. But especially when leg spinners were dominating,
Okay.
Ravi Krishna had an ordinary IPL. Even
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Rahul Chahar is better than Ravi Krishna in the IPL. The truth I'm saying with how he was
Okay.
bowling. Only at certain
Okay, let's
stages.
see. Let's see what will happen. What they will play.
This is the thing.
11
Hardik
players.
Pandya, whatever injury or whatever, he should bowl the 4 overs. I mean, Hardik Pandya is bowling wickets
See,
properly. So
sir, but
you
I will not rely on
cannot.
Hardik Pandya's 4 overs because on a good track, Hardik Pandya will concede you more runs in that 4 overs. That can
Yeah,
certainly affect the game.
maybe against Pakistan they could go with either Ashwin or Vishnu. I don't
See,
know. I think
against
most likely they
Pakistan,
go
he
with
will bowl well. He will complete his quota of 4 overs. But
This
I'm
is the thing.
talking about the World Cup when
Pakistan
they
needs
will
to
play
play well
against
matches,
South
and
Africa,
I
Australia.
don't. I think against Hong Kong for sure DK is playing. Definitely against Hong Kong DK is going to be in the playing 11. But against Pakistan, maybe they'll go with that. that six bowler could be. It's according to the matchups. That's what I'm thinking. How India will go through. Don't know how the selectors will do that, because it's Rahul Dravid thinks differently. So I cannot predict what Rahul Dravid will pick on Sunday. He can go with the six bowling option. He can only go with five bowling options. So you never know what Rahul Dravid will do on that day. He may trust Hardik Pandya to bowl those 4 overs. So I don't know what's going to happen, and they could include DK.
Hmm. I think it's still one day left. We can discuss more on this between India and Pakistan. I think, but tomorrow will be the a good game of cricket happening for Sri Lankans,
Hmm.
because according to
Yeah.
me they are winning it quite easily. So thank you so much, Pawan. We'll meet again. We'll discuss, because during this
Okay.
Asia Cup you are
Thank
here.
you so much.
You will be here with us. So thank you, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Please
I'm
subscribe
with
to
you
my
with my
channel.
channel also tomorrow. So yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Anyways,
okay,
thank you.
okay. Okay, continue with your work, with your channel. Okay, please subscribe to my channel, like the videos. Thank you for coming in, Pawan, and thank you, Dipanshu, for joining and giving the comments, your observation about cricket, and a bit of a news that see, this is the news commenting here by the Dipanshu girl, who is a huge Indian cricket fan. So please subscribe to my channel, like the videos, share the videos. We'll meet in the next video tomorrow. The curtain raiser of the Asia Cup between Sri Lanka and Afghanistan will happen on. You can watch on TV at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much. Keep subscribing and like the videos and share the videos. Thank you.